But let me tell you what will work. What will work is investing $15 billion a year over the next decade in renewable sources of energy, like wind and solar and biodiesel. Reopening old steel plants like Governor Rendell has done to create wind turbines. Opening old plants to make solar panels. Working with farms to create the cellulosic ethanol that will fuel our cars in the future. An investment that will generate 5 million new jobs that pay well and can't ever be outsourced. And by the way, we can end our dependence on foreign oil in the process, and nothing will help our economy more than that. Nothing will help our national security more than that. Nothing will help deal with global warming more than that. And that's what we're going to do when I'm President of the United States. Let me tell you what else will work. Making an investment in rebuilding our crumbling roads and bridges and schools. Laying broadband lines in rural communities so they have access to the internet. Creating a new electricity grid so we can take the renewable energy that we are creating and get it to population centers. Governor Rendell, Bob Casey, they've been talking about this, but we haven't had leadership in the White House. We can create 2 million more jobs for Americans. We can put people who've been laid off from the construction industries right now, put them to work. And if people tell you we can't afford it, then you just remind them we are spending $10 billion a month in Iraq when they've got a $79 billion surplus. We can rebuild America. My opponent supports giving tax breaks to companies that ship jobs overseas. But what will work is giving those tax breaks to companies that create jobs here at home. My opponent supports tax havens that let companies avoid paying taxes here in America. Tax havens that cost $100 billion every year. You know what will work? Shut down those tax havens. Close corporate loopholes. Use that money to get the middle class back on its feet. What will work is giving tax breaks to small businesses. Right here in Abington. Small businesses that are the engine of economic growth in this country. And you know what else is going to work is cutting taxes. You hear me now because you're going to hear a bunch of nonsense on the television. Cutting taxes for 95% of all working families. 95%. Under my plan, tax rates will actually be less than they were under Ronald Reagan. We give 3 times the amount of tax relief that John McCain does to middle-class families. That's what will work. And that's the kind of change that Joe Biden and I are going to bring to Washington.